Okay, good morning, everyone. Sorry about all the chaos this morning. You can tell we're first week back from break. How's everyone doing? I'm just gonna get a little settled here really quick. Right now, I'm going to put a bunch of opportunities that we have and the community has in the chat box so that you guys can check these out if they suit any of your needs or interests. Just a little announcement, like direct from KCAC, we are heading into auction, 39th annual auction season. It's crazy, right around the corner. Today we are starting our artwork drop-off. So if you have so generously donated to the auction, today you can come down 11 to 4, and then next Wednesday through Friday, which is the 12th through the 14th, from 11 to 4 also. So just let us know if that doesn't work for you. You can email any of us and we can set up something else. We still have some studios available. We have some on site here at KCAC Acme location and at the new studios at the Wonder Building. So get in touch with us. Here's the link on our website where you can find out more about that. Let's see, and then there's some fun opportunities to apply for. There's the Omaha Summer Arts Festival. Plug is seeking an emerging curator, which is a really exciting opportunity. Charlotte Street's Art Boards, a deadline is, that looks like next Wednesday, so definitely apply for that. It's a really great opportunity. A show in Springfield, Missouri, the Watercolor USA show. The Tallgrass Residency is seeking residents for, I think it's like next August through September is their dates that they do it. But these are all really great things to check into, you guys. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me about these. Oh, great. Oh, yes. Bring it on over, Ione. And if you guys have any announcements, you're welcome to unmute yourself. We can also save that for the end, whatever you guys feel like.
Somebody,
Here we go.
they might be aware of that, but you don't know that it's 2 free drawing classes at Kemper.
Oh my gosh.
They supply the materials. And it's, if you go to Kemper, it's way down towards the bottom.
Okay, I don't know if everyone heard that, but Ione was sharing with us that at the Kemper right now, there's 2 really amazing drawing classes that they're offering. If you go on their website, you go scroll all the way down to the bottom of the website, and that's where the information is. But they're calling them studio nights, and they have one March 31st from 6 to 8, and then April 28th from 6 to 8. The materials are provided, so that sounds like a really awesome thing to check out. So the Kemper at the bottom of the website. Okay. Let me grab something. Do you have that one copy printed out? Can I borrow that? Thanks. Did you get any more printed? Were they around the corner? You guys, everyone, do you want to print one for yourself? Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so today we are here talking about setting goals and intentions for 2022. This is something that I think is really important and doesn't have to be like stressful. It can actually be fun. So I've kind of created, along with Holly, we've created kind of a document to kind of guide us today that has different prompts, some meditation things, and some questions that we can go through here and like share if anyone wants to share kind of what you're, setting for the new year. Also, this is something that you can print out at home. I'm going to share the link to the Google Doc in the chat box so you guys can keep it for yourself if, some of these questions are kind of like heavy or, you want to take more time to like marinate on them. And so you can do that outside of this hour that we have today, obviously. And if anyone wants to share anything as we're going along, you can do that in the chat box or, just unmute yourself and say, excuse me, however you want to handle that. But yeah, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can see this document as we go along. And we'll just go from there. So setting intentions and manifesting your goals. I think a good place to start when you're doing this is like reflecting on the past year. So reflecting and letting go of 2021 before you jump into a new year. I like to always spend some time reflecting on the previous year. It's healing to acknowledge the struggle and the suffering, as well as the beauty and the hope that that year held. It's also an opportunity to determine what I want to set down and what I want to bring with me into the new year. I'm going to start this with this guided meditation that I found that I think is just a good way to kind of like and like clear your mind before kind of getting into like questions like this. So I'm going to play that, and please let me know if you guys have any problems seeing it, like with, I don't know, text stuff, because I feel like I'm haunted by text stuff this morning. Here. Okay.
Find a quiet place to sit. And once settled, let your eyes close or your gaze soften. Begin by taking a few full, deep breaths. Let your attention follow your inhale and follow your exhale. And let your body sink into your seat. This past year was heavy. Sense that heaviness in your body. Where does it sit? Place a hand where you can feel that heaviness and breathe into it. With each exhale, letting go bit by bit. Breathing that heaviness back out into the universe. This past year was heavy, and it is time to put it down, to offer it back. You can take away from this past year only what you need, and leave behind the rest. Keeping in mind that you are worthy no matter what you did or did not do this year. You are worthy, and you are exactly where you need to be. Right here, right now. Find a quiet place to sit.
Okay. That was relaxing to me. All good. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'm going to dig into these questions. What did 2021 encourage me to face? If anyone wants to answer that or ask questions about that question, we can do that. And I think I'm just going to share because, you know, I'm going to do that. I think when I think about what 2021 encouraged me to face personally was probably that I need to prioritize my health and wellness and stuff like that. I have 2 young children. Life is chaotic and it's COVID forever and everything is hard. So I need to prioritize my health. I think that is what 2021 taught me. Anyone else wants to share maybe something that 2021 brought up for them or made you face deal with? I think it's encouraging to hear other people's experiences. See if you can unmute yourself and share, or share in the chat box, or let me actually, before I go any further, put this document in the chat box so that you can open it on your computers and maybe, work as we go.
This is Chrissy. I will share if it's okay. I am so glad you guys are doing this, first of all, because I think saying the stuff out loud really helps reinforce it in myself. So thank you guys so much for doing this. I like to think of myself as fearless, and I am very fearless, but I kind of got to identify some fears that I was still holding on to, that I was just putting on the back burner to deal with because they didn't seem like that big of a deal until they did, and they were. And so facing fears that I think that I've probably carried my whole adult life, but have never been, had the opportunity where I needed to face them. I think that has been huge for me, because I always talk about, don't operate from a place of fear and scarcity, instead operate from love and abundance. But I knew that I was holding myself back with the fear. And I finally was able to kind of decide to deal with it this year. And so it's been amazing too. So don't put off dealing with those fears that might be holding you back in ways you don't even know.
Wow, Chrissy, thank you so much for sharing that. I feel like that's a really encouraging message to share with people, because I do think that fear manifests in a lot of different ways in all of us. And sometimes you may not even know that you're living in fear, but when you can see that and have that clarity and see the decisions you're making and ways that you can change your life and be on the other side of it and be really happy that you did, that's just really encouraging. Thank you.
Thanks
for sharing. It's super cool. Okay, the next question is, what was the most challenging, sorry, I'm really bad at this double screen sharing deal. Here we go. Okay. Yes.
I don't think those people that are actually here are able to people on Zoom and the other.
Okay. So what was the most challenging part of last year, and how did I overcome this? Yes, Ione. Okay, yeah, we have Ione here with us in person, who's going to share her experience.
My husband severely broke his leg at the end of August of last year, and I had to take care of him, which meant I could not do my watercolor paintings that I dearly love. And I was extremely frustrated. And finally, I got out 40-year-old acrylics and started doing very small paintings, which saved my mental stability considerably.
Yes. Yeah, that's the truth. I remember being home right after having my first son and not being able to make the process-based, very involved work that I'm used to making, and finding a daily practice. I just started doing these little illustrations every day, and I really think it saved my postpartum. I think it saved my mental health. So I can really relate to that a lot. Yeah, I think, guys, people always want to set these huge lofty goals at the beginning of the year. I'm going to do this and this, but really just having something like a daily practice it can turn into something bigger and just really be an incredible tool. Next, it says, what moments in 2021 brought me the most joy? Anyone wants to share about a really joyful moment? In 2021, I haven't said that it ended. Let me think of a really joyful, oh man. I mean, my kids bring me so much joy, so there's endless stories there. No, someone want to share about a really joyful moment?
I will. Sorry. The Pride Parade this year and getting that back together and like all of the efforts that we've been able to do in the LGBTQ community this year at the city level and just like the community level have been incredible. I mean, that Pride Parade was so much fun, and that was one of my highlights.
That's awesome. That's incredible. Yeah, it's really great to see things kind of coming back to life and being able to celebrate with our larger communities, because that's really been on hold for a long time now. And okay.
I had one.
Okay, good. Go.
So I came from kind of a bit of an abusive home when I was a kid, and so ever since then, I've kind of been like working towards building a home for myself that, you know, is comforting and safe and makes me happy. And this year, my partner and I bought our first home, and we have dogs and a dog and a cat, 2 cats, and it's just given me such a new sense of what, you know, home can feel like, which I didn't really ever know if I was going to be able to have that experience, especially after coming out of I had a toxic relationship also a couple of years ago after I left home. So, you know, finally feeling like I've gotten over that hill, and, that feels like a really cool accomplishment.
That's a really big deal. That's a really, really huge, life-changing, big deal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That aside from buying a home, just being able to create that sense of home, I think is the deeper work. And that's really something you should be proud of.
Thank you.
Debbie Williams shared, hi Debbie, we love you, shared in the chat box that she submitted an application for the airport art project despite not having been selected. Was a point of great joy. I think you should be super proud of yourself, Debbie, because that application was no joke. And I do know the city is working on programs to help artists who aren't these artists that do huge projects like that all the time, help set up a program where they're going to explain more thorough and get artists set up to be able to apply for those, so we can broaden our range of who we are awarding some projects to. So keep applying, everyone. Keep applying. Hi, Debbie. Love Debbie. Okay. I kind of want to extend a little project on this question about what brought you the most joy. I feel like this might be a chance for anyone in the room who had a win this year. Like, I think it's really good to celebrate your wins. And I think a lot of us are like, oh, I got this show, but now I'm on to the next thing. And we don't like celebrate these things enough. So if anyone had, an art show or a mural or anything this year, like in your art career or whatever, that is something that you want to share or celebrate, maybe unmute yourself and do that. Yes, over here.
This is Ada, and I think a lot of artists were selected for the Parade of Hearts, and I'd just like to say something good about that. That's an event that's really back in the community. So not only artists, I know this is a project for a lot of artists, but so that was a program that was supposed to benefit KU. I'm seeing that I hope you can hear me. And then KU turned around and said, boy, bad things have been happening. We want a lot of this money not just to go to the Parade of Hearts, but to go back to the artists, to go to people affected by COVID. And that's just been a positive event all around. I think a lot of good things are coming from that.
Yeah, it's been so exciting to see so many community members working on them and like people's progress, like people have been sharing on social media and stuff. It's really fun. Here, Lisa Healy wants to share something.
I was thinking about the same thing. I just finished my heart, and I've just been so inspired by the other hearts. Shirley Pinto came in and did talk to you on goals last year. My goal was to start doing some public art, and that's one of the things that happened. So, you know, the goal setting is really important and inspiration from our fellow artists.
Yes. Yes, you got to put it out into the world or it's not going to happen. You got to ask for what you want or you're not going to get it, right? Okay, so what limiting beliefs do you need to release in this new year? So what's that like negative thought in your head that you need to be like, bye-bye, I'm over you. Dump the negative thought, you guys. Oh, hold on, we got a few more wins I'm going to share as you guys are thinking on the negative thought you want to dump. Monica said that she submitted an application to the Manhattan Arts Council for a solo quilt show. Woo. Yes, and she opens next Friday. And then submitted a few days before the deadline. I was prompted to do so by a guided member. See, you guys, you gotta encourage. Genevieve is on the wait list for the Smithsonian Craft Show. That's huge. Oh, and Debbie says she's so happy that so many people from KCAC were featured as usual in the Art in the Loop. And Caulotes 2021 was amazing as well. Yes, we are working on celebrating our wins here at KCAC. I feel like we, you know, everyone is getting thrown so much with this pandemic, and it's just really nice to see the community come together so much. It's really encouraging. Okay, has anyone thought of a negative belief that you need to release that you're not bringing with you into 2022? Insecurities, yes, around yeah, let go of that shit. Life is too short. Guys, we're all awesome. Like, I don't know if you don't know this, but I think I'm awesome. I'm alive, I'm well, you know, I am like, let's be our own biggest fans for sure. So I feel that letting go. I feel like, what's my negative belief? Yeah, probably like a not good enough kind of thing that I'm like, shh, let go of it. Standing in my way. Guys, who needs it? No longer explaining why I don't like my guild members. That's right. You don't have to explain.
No, why I no longer quilt like them.
Oh,
It's not I don't like them. I don't quilt like them.
quilt like them.
Having to.
Oh, well, you don't quilt like my guild members. Sorry. I hear that. I think people in quilting can be very like, this is the way we do it, a very like traditional, follow the pattern, stuff like that. So if you do something different, it's not always accepted. But
Yes, I'm all snobbish.
keep doing you. Keep doing you, right? Here we go. Mariana says, I have 2 shows that just opened, one at Blue Valley Library and the other at Habitat Contemporary. Whoop, whoop. It's exciting to finally see my current series of drawings out and available to everyone. That's huge, Mariana. That's so awesome. I need to make it to Habitat. Okay. What has been a barrier to me completing my goals, and how will I remove that barrier in 2022? Has anyone recognized in themselves maybe a barrier that just kind of, you felt this year like you just kind of couldn't get there with stuff? I think one for me is probably overscheduling myself. I think I see it as something that's good, and I want to say yes to everything, but then it's actually very overwhelming and stressful because I feel so busy all the time, and I'm recognizing that I don't like to feel busy all the time. So that's mine probably. Genevieve says herself, get out of your own way, girl. Because you're the best. Okay, now something that you're ready to leave behind in 2021, like these negative beliefs, what you want to let go of. Maybe there's, who knows, just, you know, my friend recently told me, you know what, you need to just check that bag. Check that bag, Jessica. She was like, you're carrying this bag and your kids' bags and these bags. You know, check that extra bag. And I was like, I'm gonna check that bag. I'm gonna check that bag. I don't need that extra bag. Definitely don't need to carry it. So there we go. Okay, and then think on what do you want to bring from 2021 into 2022? So what were your big wins? What was really working for you this year? New friendships, new relationships, maybe a new medium you're trying with your artwork. Who knows? Just bring it along if it brings you joy. So something I kind of want to talk about today is the difference between like setting intentions and making goals for yourself. I would just, offer that you guys kind of, goals can be really limiting and then feel like stress and pressure. So I switched to setting intentions because I felt like it was like a bigger idea thing, and then you can set smaller goals throughout the year under it. So, it's around this time people start talking about resolutions and goals. While it's great to set personal and professional goals for ourselves, I found that the focus on achievement and accomplishments can lead to additional stress and overstimulation, which can contribute to burnout. That's why I started setting intentions. Your intention will serve as a guide and a support as you move through the challenges and joys of the upcoming year. Using an intention as an anchor can help that ensure that you move through the year in a way that aligns with your values and your truest self. It's not about keeping resolution, but about showing up for yourself and your goals in big and smaller ways every day. So here's some questions you guys can think on. What do I need to enter this new year with? What is my heart asking for? Sometimes there's like a fight between your head and your heart. And sometimes I think your heart knows best all the time. Not sometimes, all the time. So just follow what your heart is saying. And what will my intention, word or phrase for the year be? So mine is health and wealth. 2022 is about health and wealth, generating the best of both. There we go. That's my umbrella intention for 2022. So I'm kind of thinking about my 2022 through that lens. How will building abundance and health and wealth, what are my goals then in career? What are they in relationship? What are they at home, etc. We'll kind of go through that. Will this intention guide me during uncertain or challenging times? So you got to have a solid intention, guys. Has to have integrity. And then how will this intention help me invite hope and joy in the new year? Those are some things to like marinate on. I'm gonna share another meditation. What I noticed maybe with the first meditation is if you guys want to turn your video off, that might help get into mind space a little bit easier. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna turn up as loud as I can for y'all here.
Find a quiet place to sit. Once settled, let your eyes close and your gaze soften. Begin by taking a few full, deep breaths. Following your breath in and following your breath out. Let your breath nourish you. Each breath is an offering of care and of love. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? And listen deeply. Let your intention choose you. Place a hand on your heart and breathe into your heart space. Listening deeply to your inner wisdom. Knowing that whatever finds you there is you. What guides you back to yourself again and again? Enter into this new year with strength and resilience. Enter into this new year with lightness, hope, and joy. Find a quiet place to sit.
Hey guys, that was again really relaxing. So nice. Okay, and so thinking about setting intentions rather than goals, like kind of bigger picture ideas, right? So these are areas that you can do that in. You definitely don't need to do it in all of the areas if it's starting to feel like stressful or like you're forcing answers or anything like that. But if you can go through these areas and see where you might want to set just intentions, like, oh, need backspace. So health, like for me, I'm going to say that I would like to focus on letting go of stress. Let's see, here's in the chat box, we have Sylvia, feeling grateful. Had 2 shows last year at Tim Murphy Gallery in Miriam and the Gardner Library, even with COVID, low attendance, feeling grateful. All exposure is good no matter how limited. Goal for new work in 2022 is curatorial project, cataloging her late uncle Esmond Edwards jazz photographs. So cool. And album cover designs for a future exhibition. Location to be determined. That is amazing. Yay. So yeah, if you can think of other things, let's see. Relationships, what if I want to keep in touch with long distance friends? It's kind of more of like dreams for your year, right? And then you can take these intentions and kind of put them in the context of goals. You can say, and that's where if you scroll down here, I did write that it might be helpful to like make a vision board or something like that. I know we're all probably majority visual people on this call this morning. So sometimes it helps to kind of like make a visual that you can look at that you either keep in your studio or in your private space that can like motivate you to kind of like go towards some of these intentions. I made a couple that I can share with you for this year. I haven't done like a ton of, I don't know if they can, oh, you guys, my video is still out. There we go. I made a couple, like this is what it made. Just kind of about joy and things like that. I haven't done much writing on this yet. This workshop today is definitely motivating my kind of intention setting. Basically, kind of what I'm talking about is taking these categories up here, you know, focusing on kind of like broader ideas like career. I want to be the best at social media, whatever. Let's see, whatever you have like larger goals. Recreational, I want to take 3 vacations this year. You know, you guys can kind of go through and make these like a wish list, right? You can look at your intentions like a wish list. And then if we come down here a little bit further, you can take each kind of category, like health. I want to prioritize my health and manage my stress. That's my bigger thing. So now in 6 months, how am I going to be that? What am I going to do to get that? And what am I going to have after doing that for 6 months? And then we're also going to do it for 12 months. So I wrote, you know, for 6 months, for the B, I want to be mindful of how I'm truly feeling and like let it go. Stress management, let that shit go. And then what I want to do is schedule time for the gym, schedule doctor visits routinely, and continue therapy. And what I want to have is less stress at the end of 6 months. That's like the goal, right? And then so you can come down here to 12 months and think about, okay, in the context of health and my intention that I want to prioritize it and manage stress, what is a B that I'm going to do in 12 months from now? Like what makes sense? So let me think. If I'm being mindful of how I'm truly feeling and letting stuff go, then I want to be present to celebrate I don't know, I'm making this up as I go, guys. I want to say in the next 12 months, I want to be present to celebrate my lighter mental health. I don't know how to word that correctly right now, but feeling lighter, like feeling less stressed. I want to be able to like celebrate that. What I want to do is continue to use tools to manage, you know, health and well-being. Can't spell. Okay, and then what I want to have is a continued, let's say sustainable health practices. That's the goal after a year, to kind of be in the groove, be taking care of myself better, and be, you know, really absorbing some healthier practices and things focused on health. So you can kind of take every category from the above up here, like next you could work on career and kind of really break that down and say, what am I going to do in the next 6 months? What am I going to be, do, and have that are going to get me towards my larger dream intentions with career? And then in 12 months from now, what am I going to be, do, and have to continue that? So this is kind of a framework that you guys can continue and use more on your own. If anyone has any questions about this or wants to chat like through any of the questions a little deeper, we can dive into that a little bit more. Also, if you guys want to take this time to share some stuff, any opportunities that you have coming up in the near future, that would be wonderful. And just a reminder, we are kind of in auction mode. So today we are accepting donations for auction, and then next week, the 12th through the 14th, 11 to 4, we will also be here accepting your very generous donations. We're looking forward to auction. We are keeping our fingers crossed that we can provide a safe in-person event for everyone. And that's our goal that's our short-term goal, is to see all of you guys in person. That would be lovely. And I just want to say, as far as all of the goal setting and stuff, I want you to enter this upcoming year with gentle and self-kindness towards yourself, and in a way that like honors your truest self. You know, shine your brightest, because that's the best. There we go. Greg M says, great process, everyone. Unfortunately, he's got to go. We understand. We are going to wrap it up right now too, if no one else has anything that you want to share, because we're kind of gearing up to welcome everybody today for donating their work. But love y'all. Great to see you even over Zoom, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Take care. Thanks, everyone.